Welcome to This Week in Warframe, a series where I keep you updated on the past week of Warframe, from announcements made by DE that don't necessarily warrant their own videos to community fan art, posts, and updates. So without further ado, let's go over these announcements and news from the 19th of November to the 25th. So straight off the bat, we had DE Danielle announcing that update 22.3.5 is in certification for console players. Now in that update, you'll be receiving Operation Plaguestar. However, Operation Plaguestar will not launch as soon as the update goes live. It will launch sometime afterwards, so if you want to know the exact time about that, just keep your eyes tuned on the announcement bar. Now besides the operation, you'll be receiving the Necros and Ember Deluxe skin packs, the Ostron Rug collection, some damage and other stat changes to several of the Zor parts, increased customization settings for the operator, with the accessories category being expanded. So you'll have facial accessory, ear accessory, and eye accessory as different options. Cetus will also be receiving the economic changes that PC players receive, as well as bounty changes, such as every stage in a bounty rewarding you an item from the bounty stage. Next up, there were 2 hotfixes for PC and 1 major update. So first off, we had hotfix 22.3.5, which increased the range of two-handed Zors by 20 to 25%, with the Jayup, the Krustra, the Sakala, and the Plague Bokwan Zors. They also made it so in-game screenshots will now capture at full resolution when using dynamic resolution, as well as Plaguestar fixes. However, Operation Plaguestar is now over and done with on PC. There was also a number of fixes in this hotfix as well. We then had the update, which is update 22.4. Now that released the Baza collection into the game, as well as changes to Mirage. Now the Baza collection includes the Baza Tenno submachine gun and the Casa War Tenno polearm, as well as the Cyrank's armor set. Now the Baza and the Casa War can be researched in the Tenno lab at your clan dojo, or you can pick it up for plat in the in-game market. As for the Mirage changes, if you didn't check out last week's episode, basically, Sleight of Hand will now place jewels on the ground, and if it's placed in a light area, it will deliver a radial explosion to any enemy that walks nearby, and if it's placed in a dark area, it will deliver a radial blind. Also within this update, they released the Mastery Rank 25 test. We then had hotfix 22.4.1, which fixed some issues with Mirage's Sleight of Hand, as well as fixed a number of base game issues, such as the Casa War not awarding any clan affinity, and players being able to use the Gwandeo ribbon on the Casa War. Now besides updates and hotfixes, Steve announced on Twitter that PC players will be receiving performance and memory optimizations, as well as a weather system, which is something he showed off about 6 dev streams ago. Now he also shared during the week the progress in eye shading. Now he showed this in DevStream 100. Basically on the left hand side we have what we have now, and on the right hand side we have the updated eye shaders. Now there's no time of arrival on that, but they are working on it, and it looks like a pretty fucking good improvement. We then had DE Rebecca on the forums stating that they are trying to work on a range stat for melee weapons in your arsenal. However, there are complications and there's no time of arrival on those as well. And finally, we have some Datamined information. So if you care about what the next prime is, make sure you click off the video now, as I'll be covering the Datamined information. So, our next Prime Warframe is Mirage Prime, and thanks to Void Glitch we know this as a fact. Now personally, I have no fucking idea why her head is so big, but it is what it is, and they're probably not going to change it. As for her stats, they have the possibility of changing before she actually gets released, but her base stats as of the Datamined is that she'll have 80 health at base, 110 shields, 150 armor and energy, and a sprint speed of 1.2. Her polarities will also be 1 Madurai, 2 Vazaran, and 2 Naramon. Let me know what you think about Mirage Prime in the comments, as I'm curious to see what you guys think of her design. Personally, as I just said, I have no idea why her head is so fucking big, but it is what it is. Now that's all the relevant DE information that I could gather for this week. So as usual, we'll finish the video up with a few highlights from the community. Now first up, we have Warframe's second Nuptia, or Nuptia, however you say it. And basically that's a wedding between 2 Tenno. So it'll be happening on November 30th after PrimeTime on the Warframe Twitch channel. And if you want to see it, there will be a link to the announcement post in the description. And secondly and finally, we had a rather weird community highlight, as it is someone from Digital Digital Extremes, and that's the Assistant Art Director at Digital Extremes, Lucas Hug, updating his ArtStation portfolio with some of the work that he's done for Warframe. Now, if you're a concept artist, a 3D modeler, or just an artist in general, this shit is really fucking cool. He shows the process of working on Kayla Thame, working on some of the weapons, some of the ships in the game, such as the Mantis, the Skimtar, some of the armor sets, such as the Harkonnen, some of the Comac weapons, and there's even some time lapses in there as well. So if you're interested in art and design and everything, it's definitely worth a look, as some of this shit is really fucking cool. Anyway, that is it for this week in Warframe. If you found this video informative, make sure to leave a like. If you think I can improve upon something, or you wish to share your opinion on one of the topics that I mentioned, you can of course do so with a comment down below. And if you missed out on last week's episode, you can check it out by clicking the annotation on the screen right now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.